why did Buffett? I never quite understood this. Why did Buffett close his partnership? He had this great engine. He was generating great returns. You cloned it 30 years later. Why did he shut it down? Why didn't he continue with it?
Yeah, so I think the reason he shut it down, he made the decision to shut it down in late 69. He actually ended it in 1970, was because the markets were extremely overheated at that time. And he was having a very hard time finding literally any investment. We had the Nifty 50 at the time. There was a major bull market going. And he was just having difficulty. And Warren at that time personally was worth about 25 or $30 million around then, which in today's money would be more than 200 million. And, he basically, I think when he hit that point, he was just around 40 years old, 39 years old. And he wasn't sure kind of what to do next. He knew that if he just managed the money on his own, he would do okay with that. And he didn't want to keep, at that point, his thinking was that he didn't want to keep chasing an investment rabbit for his whole life. Some of his friends thought that he would run for president or something, which, he even says now that's just not him. So it was a very easy decision for him to say, look, we've had a great run. We've made all this money for all these people. I'm not sure I want to keep doing this. I've got plenty of money on my own. So I'm going to basically disband the partnership. He already had a stake in Berkshire Hathaway, and he rolled his portion of the fund into Berkshire Hathaway. And he didn't really, there was no really any grand plan. It owned a few private companies and such, but he basically just said, okay, those look undervalued. I'll just keep it there. In 1977, when he turned 47 years old, he actually felt that his life was over. Basically, his wife, Susie, had left him. She moved to San Francisco. She wanted to end the marriage, but in the end, they decided they would stay married, but they would just be separated. And he felt that he had accomplished everything he set out to accomplish in investing. And he really felt like everything was done, everything was over. And he was talking about this recently, and he said that really most of the interesting things in his life happened after 77, after he was 47. And he never even thought that that would happen, So most of the interesting investments in Berkshire and all the different things that happened in his life and so on really came after that. So the partnerships being shut down was simply a function. And actually, what ended up happening is 찰리멍거, for example, continued running his partnership, and he got clobbered. The 73, 74 downturn was very intense. I mean, the stock market went down, 60, 70% over that 2-year period. It was a crash in slow motion. And Charlie ended his partnership in 74 after that huge downdraft. And amazingly, Warren Buffett being Warren Buffett, he was on the sidelines with all this cash, and the markets had crashed. There was such a massive change. Everything had collapsed. 75, I mean, the Dow bottomed in 81, the 75 to 81 period, and through the 80s was an incredible period to be investing in. So basically, he was able to come back, and with all that dry powder on the side, really kind of killed it after that.